Hey, I'm Mike, and this is Riding in the Ozarks. And today we're going to be installing a new air ride system. This is a fast up system from TCMT Moto. All right, hold up. This fool is already messing stuff up. First off, TCMT Moto does not refer to this system as a fast up air ride suspension system. Nowhere do they say fast up. This guy's just making assumptions that because it has a tank, it's going to be a fast up. Well, compared to a tankless system, which is what they're about to replace, maybe. We'll find out here shortly. But please disregard anytime this fool says fast up, because it is not advertised as a fast up system. So we're actually going to be doing this on a friend of mine's bike. Travis has got an electric glide. He's got the stretched out bags, the stretched rear fender. I'll show you that bike in just a second here when we get up on the lift. But he's already got an air ride system, but it is not a fast up system. And well, you know, he's looking to upgrade. So when TCMT Moto offered us this air ride system to do a video and test it out and stuff, we said sure. So full disclosure, didn't pay for the system. The system runs a little under $300, but you get a lot in here. We've got 2 air shocks. We've got a mounting bracket, we've got our tank, we've got our compressor, we've got some hardware packs, bolts and stuff, and then a bag full of plumbing and fittings and relays and all that good stuff. So we're gonna take his stuff off and we're gonna put this stuff on. Now, I'll do my best today to explain how you would install this system, even if you had maybe stock suspension for like a street glide or road glide versus the air ride system he's already got on there. So hopefully this video will be beneficial to you no matter what kind of suspension you're already running, and we're gonna get to it.
So this is a 07 electric glide. I put stretch bags on it, and I want the lowered look sitting, not riding. I'd rather ride all the way up. But my issue is at least 10 seconds of uptime. So we're going with a new system. It's got a quick up on it. We're going to install it, see how she rides.
All right, we're gonna get all the bags and stuff off the bike so we can get to the suspension. Now, we just showed you that test, but it takes about 15 to 20 seconds to air that up. So that's what we're trying to fix. We'll let you know when we're done. We'll do a test and see how it compares. Let's get to it. All right, so we've got the bags and the body parts off. We've got the battery disconnected. We pulled the old air ride shocks and pump and all that off, and we're gonna start putting the new one on. Now, we looked at it, and one thing we're gonna do is we're gonna probably leave the air lines he already had ran. We know they don't leak, they work. They're the same thing. All right, we've got this scale set at 0. Here I'm going to put the original air compressor on here from his old system, and we come up with 39.4 ounces. Now, here's the new compressor. It feels like it's heavier. Let's see if it is. 52 ounces, just over 52 ounces. And here you can see that the new compressor even looks bigger. Hopefully it's not just that it's heavier, but it's actually a stronger compressor and will pump up faster. All right, guys, we've got the air compressor mocked up on the bike right here. Now, don't make the mistake we did. I mean, we put everything in and kind of mocked it up. How you hang this may vary a little bit from bike to bike, depending on what year your bike is. This system, I believe, is for 94 to current touring bikes. But, you know, the hangers for your saddlebags and the mounting and different things like that could be a little unique depending on what your bike you have versus something else. So, in this case, we're using the exhaust hangers on this side. He did not have the exhaust hanger on the other side where the tank goes, so we used a piece of metal and just drilled some holes and made one. And that's maybe what you might have to do if you don't have all your original parts and things like that this system is designed to make use of. Now, we put the compressor on the bracket first. Actually, We did not put the compressor on the bracket first. We put it on after we mounted the bracket. I would recommend you mount the compressor to the bracket, then mount the whole bracket into the bike with the compressor already on. It's a little hard to get to the back side of this, you know, to tighten up the bolts and things like that. Now I will tell you, on the back side of the compressor here where those bolts will go, those are threaded holes into the mounting plate. And from the powder coating process, they were a little hard to get started. We ran a bolt through them a couple of times, cleaned up the threads, and then it was easy to get them started. So just, if you go to put those bolts in, it doesn't seem like it fits quite right, just clean up the threads. That's probably all you're running into. Let's show you the other side here. So over here, we mounted the tank. We had to spread this to fit this bar a little bit. Just use a pair of vice grips, spread that open, got it down over the bar. This is a piece of strap that we actually had to make because we didn't have the original exhaust hanger bracket. And so we've got the tank mounted on this side. We're gonna start routing air lines and things like that next, so we're gonna get busy on that. All right, guys, they're back there working on the bike some. Now, they provide a switch that has an up and down and off setting on the switch. Travis, because he already had an air ride system, has switches that are mounted up on the console and already wired in, and he likes those switches. So we're gonna keep the switches he's already got. We're using their relays, their dump valves, all that stuff. We're keeping some of his airline that's already ran just because it doesn't make sense to run new airline when we've already got airline there. But on any bike, you're gonna have to decide where you wanna run the airline, where you want these relays mounted and stuff. There's no perfect spot that's gonna be what everybody should do. Everybody's gonna have to kind of decide on their bike where they want it. I've seen people put air ride on soft tails and stuff, so you know, you might be trying to put this on a bike that's not even intended for it and be able to make it work. I'm not saying you should do that. This is designed for 94 and up touring models, but not everybody's going to have the same saddlebags. Travis has aftermarket stretch saddlebags where the isolators, the rubber pieces on the bottom of the bag where they sit are in the way of where this hook is that goes over the bar, and for clearance and things like that, we're modifying it, we're fabricating it. You know, and that's something you may have to deal with. So if you're not capable of doing some things like that and some modification stuff, then this might not be the kind of project you'd want to take on your own. We already, you know, have modified the tank hanger and stuff, and we're gonna change that so it clears his bags and stuff, but that may not be something you need to do, or it may be something you have to do based on your saddlebags and your setup. All right, guys, we've got everything wired up and plumbed up, and we're finishing mounting the shocks now. And then we're gonna do a test on it, make sure everything works and everything. Then we'll start zip tying all the stuff down, routing the things exactly the way we want, zip tying the relays up in place and stuff like that before we finish putting the bodywork back on, and we'll test it some, make sure everything's going up and down, we have clearance everywhere we need to, all that kind of good stuff. We're getting ready to do a pressure test switch. So we're gonna turn the bike on, let the pump kick on. It should pump up till it hits pressure, and then the pressure switch should cut the circuit and shut everything off. We're not gonna air the shocks up or down or anything right now. We're just testing the pressure switch. All right, there we go, she's kicked off. All right, guys, we're gonna do a test and see how much faster this new system is by adding the tank on the air up time. It was 18 point something seconds earlier, so let's see what we can do now. Definitely makes a difference. Not quite twice as fast, but almost. Went from almost 19 seconds to just over 10 seconds. So that's 9 seconds faster out of the parking lot when the cops are chasing you. Wiring and the relay and zip tie everything up where we want it, put the body parts back on, get the bike off the lift. Then we'll show you a final run on the lift and everything. But everything clears now. We've got the bags up there right now for a rough fit to make sure the tank's gonna fit, the air compressor's gonna fit, nothing's in the way. okay, nothing's gonna rub, we're all good there. So we'll batten her down tight and get her off the lift and show you how the final product looks and how it works. I can tell you already, it's able to lift the bike all the way up with the pressure built up in the tank without kicking the pump on if it's on full pressure before you get started. Now, if you're taking it up and down and playing with it a couple times, then the tank will kick on to give it, more pressure. All right, we've got the bike down off the jack. We're gonna do a final test. All bags on it and everything's on it. It's all good to go, should be. We're gonna do an air up test and see how long it takes to air up to full ride height from being in the full lower position. And like I said, 18 plus seconds before. I think we're gonna be almost half that now, and it'll air up without the pump kicking on. At least it did in our initial test. So let's see if that still happens.
2, 1, go. Up.
9.6. Actually, it's probably 9 flat because by the time I moved my thumb. So you're below the 10-second mark.
Okay, we had tested it before without anybody on the bike with the old system. Now I've got the camera right behind it because we want to be able to actually put a counter in here and see how long it takes before the suspension is full height. So we're ready to hit it when you are, Travis.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Up.
9.5.
So we're getting about 9.5 seconds without anybody on the bike when we were getting over 18 before. So that's about half. That's a pretty good change. All right, guys, it is 20 some degrees outside today. It's a cold day, so we're not gonna be riding and testing the bike today. Travis is gonna go ride the bike and stuff, and then I'll come back and give you my conclusion on what do we think of this system after he's rode it some and the whole install process. So don't go anywhere. 3 weeks later.
Okay, so I think this TCMT air ride system rides a lot smoother than the previous air ride that I had on. Didn't take it for a super long ride, but seems to ride better. I have a little air leak. I got to figure that out. Once I do that, I think we're good to go.
How would you find the air leak? Soapy water?
Soapy water, air it up, high pressure, and just spray all the fittings. Chances are we cut a line and didn't get it true cut, so it didn't fit in correctly. Once we figure that out, should be good to go. All right, so I've got the bike back home, get it up on the lift. I have some air leaking I'm gonna have to find, get the bags pulled off and figure that out. My first time running this camera, not sure if I'm doing it correctly. Took the bike out for a ride today. Rode really smooth, the shocks were great. I just have some air leak issues I need to track down and a bracket I need to modify on the air tank. I'll get her tore down and film more. All right, guys, what I've done is mixed up a little bit of soapy water, and I had an air leak. Just a spray bottle with a little Dawn and some water in it. So I found the leaks, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I do if I can get the camera to work right for me. This is my first time doing this. Just spray over the ends and you can see you got a leak. I sprayed all the fittings. So I have a leak at the pump.
TCMT did provide some feedback about the air leaks, and they recommended using tape at the pump fitting if you experience air leaks there.
What I'm gonna do is address these, get those stopped leaking. As mentioned before, the hook bracket didn't fit on my bag bar, so I'm going to have to to make a bracket that I can bolt the front of the holding tank to keep it stable. Any custom application has to be messed with. And then at the pressure switch, I also have a leak. So it would be all right to ride, but they need to be addressed. No leak in that one. No leak in this one. So I'll get that took care of, and then I will make the bracket, show it assembled, go from there. Okay, so I got all the air leaks fixed, kind of buttoned a few things up, made it to where if I have any issues, it's easy to get to. And I went ahead and drilled the bracket out. I put a hold down clamp on it, drilled a hole in the bracket where it was supposed to go over the bar. I think it's going to work fine.
All right, guys, here comes the kind of conclusion, review, my final thoughts. So if you've been a fan of the channel and you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know I'm not personally a fan of Air Ride. As you saw in this video, it's a more complicated install. There's more pieces, which means more points of failure. It's not a perfect system. This system, we had a few issues with air leaks that we had to figure out. That's not uncommon with Air Ride. I've seen friends blow lines, things like that. But if you have a bike like Travis's with extended bags, extended fenders, and you want that sit it on the ground kind of look, then Air Ride's the way to go. And that's what these systems are for. And I mean, some people prefer them for the ride. He said the ride felt really good. He said this ride on these shocks was better than the previous Air Ride shocks he had on there. Now this is a $300 system. And that's pretty affordable for an Air Ride system. You get everything in it. One of the things we saw and I learned is we thought the heavier pump was going to probably be stronger and maybe better, that kind of thing, but there's a disadvantage to that too. As you'll see here on this clip, the heavier pump tends to vibrate more because there's more weight there, so it shakes more on that mounting plate. That's something I hadn't considered before we did this. I learned a little something from that. So a heavier pump may not always be better, especially if you can get a lighter pump that is just as strong, just as powerful. Now, I can't give you a long-term review. We filmed this in the winter. It's just now spring, so I don't know how this system will do long-term. But here's an install. Here's what I learned about Air Ride. And if you're not familiar with Air Ride, hopefully this gave you an idea if this is the kind of suspension you want. If you're not mechanically inclined, I would recommend having an Air Ride system installed by a shop, by a dealership, something. It may require more tools than you find in your average garage toolbox. You may need a drill press or a drill. You may need a cutoff saw or a body grinder where you can fabricate and fit things. You may need a tap and die to put in threads or other things like that. You may have to fabricate straps or brackets, things of that nature, depending on your application. If you have a stock bike, this may turn out to be a perfect fit. But if your bike is already customized or you've bought it used and it's customized like Travis's, he didn't have the exhaust hanger for the left side. It didn't come with the bike. It was already customized and had a 2-into-1 pipe on the right side. So that was something we had to create. We had to make a strap for that. So something to bear in mind and to consider when you're going to do an install or if you're looking at doing the install yourself. I hope this install maybe helps you determine if Air Ride's the right solution for you, and maybe it'll help you a little bit with an install. I know we did not get super technical. I'm new to Air Ride. We were figuring things out, and it's hard to record when you're trying to do. So hopefully this helps you some, and I hope you guys all have a great day. You stay safe and keep on riding. We'll see you in the next one.